Alright guys, this is HOCF Zangetsu, and I'm just going to show you a match against a 10-star named Norman Albano. Now, for those of you who don't know, HOCF stands for Heir of Carthage Fans, which is a clan on the game Total War Shogun 2, which I am currently showing. Now, this is a victory on my half against a 10-star. Now, I was only a 4-star, I think, when I played this game, so, I mean, I see that as quite an achievement as well. His retainers alone would make it, you know, a lot easier for him to win the match, let alone his massively veteran units, the chevrons on some of his units. I think the highest veteran unit he's got is, like, actually, no, we'll find out now. Okay, so, yeah, let's skip over to his army first. Oh yeah, his computer is terrible. So, the unit size is on small, which is pretty shit, but, well, it should make the recording go smoother anyway. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, it does have quite a few veteran units, a couple of 5 chevron, light cav, 5 chevron. Anyway, yeah, so, up at the front of his army, as like a guard against cavalry that I might have, he's got Naginata Samurai. Now, neither of these are veteran, just non-veteran Naginata Samurai. The middle line of his army, he has 4 units of Bow Ashigaru, 2 have 5 chefs, and 2 have 4 chefs. Then behind them, as a guard against any flanking I might do, he's got non-veteran Naginata Samurai, again. Then, making up the cavalry of his army, he has 4 chevron light cav, 5 chevron light cav. His general here says 9 chevrons, but he's actually a 10-star. Then he has 2 chevron Yari cav, 3 chevron light cav, and a 7 chevron light cav. 7 chevron. They've seen some action. And then over here, just on the other side of the map, my army, we have 3 Yari samurai at the front, stop against the cavalry charges. One of them has 2 chevrons. So you see my army tops at 2 chevrons. You know what I mean? So his units are far higher quality than mine. Then, making up the bulk of my army is 4 units of Katana Samurai. 2 of them have 1 chevron, the other 2 have none. And then, on each of my flanks is a unit of Lone Sword Ashigaru, which both have 1 chevron each. Then, behind that is my other Lone Sword Ashigaru, 1 chevron. Then my general. So there's 2 chevrons there, but I'm fairly sure I was a 4 or 5 star during this game. Then, making up my cavalry is 3 units of 1 chevron Naginata Warrior Monk Cav. We have the Mighty Shivs, Stab Happy, and Not So Holy Horseman. Yeah, I'm not too good at making up names. Anyway, so just gonna whack this in play. Now, okay, there's 3 buildings on this map. The key buildings are being switched on. We got a sword dojo, we got a workshop, and we got a shrine. I obviously go for the shrine. It's makes the most sense for me, seeing as my army doesn't have massive morale. Compared to his army, my units have terrible morale compared to his. What with his veterancy upgrades? Well, I don't necessarily know if he's upgraded morale or not, but I'm assuming he has, seeing as it's pretty nifty upgrade. Now, I don't know if he manages. He doesn't manage to capture this sword dojo because he just rushes forward. Now, yeah, I kind of hesitate a bit to go this far towards him because at first it kind of looked like he was preparing a cavalry charge when he just can't control his units properly and they ran ahead. Then he had to wait for his heavily veteran Bow Ashigaru to catch up. Now, I think he just had a poor choice of units because I think he thought that if he got high chevron, cheap units, then that would instantly make his army very cost effective. Now, I don't think that's true, you see, because Bow Ashigaru, or any Ashigaru units, apart from Lone Sword Ashigaru, of course, any other Ashigaru unit is, in my opinion, a waste of time to rank up, purely because you can never get rid of that pesky undercutting morale problem that just doesn't seem to go away no matter how much you upgrade them. You'd have to commit a lot of upgrading points to morale, or have very specific retainers if you're going to have Ashigaru, a very heavy Ashigaru component like he has. Most of the killing power is in these Ashigaru units, which is quite depressing because it's Ashigaru. So, you know, most of the killing power, these Naginata Samurai, they should have veterancy. That would make his army a lot more potent if they had veterancy. If they had melee attack upgrades, that would just make him very deadly indeed. I do not think I sit around and capture this shrine. He starts taking pot shots at me, so I decided to move forward, because I'm not going to sit here and let units of those veterancy, 5 Chev, 5 Chev, 4 Chev, 4 Chev, not going to let them shoot at me, so obviously I'm going to take action. It won't take many volleys for him to completely destroy one of my units. So he moves forward while I'm looking at his army, so I don't notice those bow units move forward, but he does, and then he fires volley. Let's see what he's aiming at. Yeah, he's aiming at my back unit. So he gets 1 kill. He gets about 3 kills in 4 volleys, which is just terrible. It's just depressing. That's just depressing. So I group my infantry, move them forward. If you look here, I don't do a very good job of micro in here. I never used to be very good at micro. I stop my Yari from advancing very far, because I don't want to get them into prolonged contact with any units at all. I want them to be there to protect against his very, very, very powerful cavalry component. Well, I guess on the grand scale of things it's powerful. Not very powerful on the grand scale of things, but in this match, well, he did have quite a bit of power, those cav. So I keep my general back. Now, if this was me playing the game right now, I would have moved my cav forward, made a line right here, and used rally really early on. But obviously that doesn't happen, because he's still sitting back there. Now he initiates a cavalry charge with these light cav and smash right into I think it's my longsword Ashigaru. So I don't really take that. I'm not gonna let him do that. So I push my cavalry forward and get them into position to attack. Now my Naginata Warrior Monk cav, these are my favourite units. They just I love them so much. They're just versatile. You can dismount them if the enemy's got a lot of spears, because Naginata Warrior Monks will destroy any spear unit, any Yari unit I mean, in a prolonged melee fight. So I just completely gang up on him. I have Yari Samurai spread across to deal with his cavalry problem. So if my infantry get engaged with any cavalry, I'll simply disengage them and move my Yari in. My Yari have like a 25 point bonus to cavalry, which is very formidable. Which is Yari. My Yari Samurai. Well, any Yari Samurai really can just completely decimate most cav units. I think the only units of cav that you'll have problems dealing with are like Naginata Warrior Monk cav, if they are vetted up a little bit, or Katana cav maybe if they're vetted up, or Great Guard, so yeah, Miyari Samurai are just chasing a couple of routed Bow Ashigaru. Everyone's routed. He's pulled his Bow Ashigaru, his general, he's pulled them back, and he's just running away with his Bow Ashigaru. I don't even know what he's doing. In this match, I basically ran over there and just destroyed all his units. I have no idea why I won so badly, seeing as his units were severely veteran, severely, higher quality than my own. I just don't think he had enough infantry units. 4 units of that kind of Bow Ashigaru is enough. You don't need a ton of skirmishing units. Unless they're bow monks with their massive range, then you do not need that many skirmishing units. That was unnecessary. They just take up room. He would be better off. That's the main flaw. Yeah, that's the main flaw in his match. He didn't have enough infantry. He had too much cav and too many bow units. And unfortunately for him, I had exactly the type of units to combat his army. I had a lot of spears for his cav. I had Naginata Warrior Monk cav for his cav, which was completely decimating. And I had a lot of infantry for his bow units, and yeah. Now I missed out a couple of things there because I got carried away. The main thing I missed out was a couple of people might think it was a bad idea to move my general in, but at that stage in the game where I did moving him in, it would have been pretty much impossible for me to lose. A chain rout possibly could have been caused if he organised his troops more efficiently and acted sooner. But I think he thought that I'd just sit there and try and capture that shrine. I think that was his mentality. I think he thought that he'd be able to sit there and shoot at me while I captured the shrine. But unfortunately for him, I'm quite the aggressive player. I'm not just going to sit there and capture something when I could be out killing. Especially when I saw the state of his army and how much more effective my army would be against him. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and I hope this gives some lower ranking players hope that sometimes just because they're a higher rank doesn't mean they can go down easily. The next video I'll probably be uploading is a video from when I was a 4-star and I take down a 7-star. Yeah, most of the videos I'll be uploading will probably be against higher ranking people, because I don't see the point in uploading matches where I beat lower ranking people, because it's kind of, I don't know, it's not very impressive to watch, is it really? It's like a walk in the park, like taking candy from a baby, really. But unless I lose, of course. If I lost to like a 1-star, then obviously I'd upload that, because that's just, it's a pretty cool feat, you know what I mean? I like losing to lower ranks because it means that they're obviously the better player, and I like losing to better players. I don't like losing to newbie tactics, however, like lone sword spam or 9 chevron matchlock warrior monks who just for some reason just never miss and fire a volley every 3 seconds, and I have nightmares about that kind of thing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the match. Expect a lot more.